how could I have gone through that night? It's now 12:50. It all kicked off at like 3:30, 3:45. How could I not post a video? Especially for the people who are not in Israel, to somehow connect you in a real way to what happened, to what we just experienced. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I'll get on to some other philosophical stuff at the end, but let's just talk about the timeline. We hear these sirens in the middle of the night, whatever it was, 3:30, 3:45. And they weren't the same normal sirens and messages and alerts that we usually get. It was different. And I'm like, aye, chicken pie. This is it. This is the moment that we've been waiting for. The moment that the courage of the Lion of Israel came to the fore, and we did what we need to do for civilization, for goodness, for creation, for rightness, for righteousness, for soulfulness, for all the best things in life. And we attacked Iran because they had it coming to them, because that's what you got to do to bullies. It's how it's always been, and it's how it's always will be. The bully is a coward, and you got to front the bully, and that's it. David, my name, against Goliath. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. That's what they always used to teach me in school. Playing rugby, little me, 5 foot, whatever I was, 7, against the big rugby boys. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. But the difference is that we got brains. We don't just do it with force and might, as we've seen what's coming out. Of course, the mainstream media won't report it yet because they're too embarrassed to see what Israel's actually pulled off. Covert, sabotage, Mossad, IDF, just bravery, ingenuity, cunning, Jewish Kopf. So proud, so proud. This is what it takes. Outsmart the enemy. So the alarms went off, the alerts went off, and we go into the miklat, the bomb shelter, and we wait. And yeah, the kids, my kids, it was tired and usual, but we're used to it now. It's not normal, but we're used to it. It's like we just acclimatized to it over the last year and a half plus. And so there we were, and waiting. But the news was just great. I'm like, yes, this is it. I'm not afraid to attack the ones that want to destroy us. Why should we be afraid? Why? It doesn't make sense to me. Got to be strong. That's the biggest problem in the world today, is if you don't have a strong identity of who you are, you being an individual, you being a nation, then who are you? What are you? You're nothing. You're just making it up as you go along, and virtue signaling and all these words that are just bandied around, and making content just for the sake of making content. And there's a lot of that goes on. It doesn't actually do anything. It's not about truth. It's just about filling time and entertaining people, because those people have got nothing better to do than just to pump out content and to watch those views go up and watch that advertising revenue come in. But that's just, it's irrelevant to furthering the world and being grounded in making the world a better place. That's the point of the Jewish people. That's the point of Am Yisrael. That's the point of the state of Israel. We're figuring it out. As the time goes on, 77 years, we're figuring that out. We're getting there slowly but surely, but we're going to get there, and we're getting there because the God of Israel pushes us in that direction. So there we were through the night. And I'm like, yeah, well, we launched, so I'm going to go and daven. 5:40, I go up on my mirpeset, my balcony, and I daven. Such an amazing davening. Hour and 20 minutes, took my time. Just amazing. Launching an attack against your sworn enemy is going to do that for your davening. You're going to get zoned in very quickly, and I did. It was emotional. I was crying. I was happy. That's what simcha is. Simcha is not like, happy. No, simcha is when you've got an inner joy of who you are, what you are, and being in Israel, where you are, and what home is. And that's what this is all about as well. True joy, true simcha is an internal happiness that you're in the right place. Not just physical place, but you're in the right place mentally. You're in the right place spiritually. You're just in the right place and you're doing right. And that's the Jewish people. It's very simple. Who are we? Who are we? We're a people molded and created and sculptured by the Torah, by God. And I know people out there have a hard time, but you don't even realize the reason you have such a hard time, right, is because hundreds of years have passed when somewhere back in our families, different pathways were taken away from Judaism. It wasn't just this generation. It wasn't just now you got Jewish people who are becoming this, becoming that, and doubting this and doubting Hashem's existence and doubting the Torah and doubting all these things. This is contextual. This goes back. People made decisions back in the day in our families, and we are the consequence of it. I, on the other hand, I love my family dearly, but I said no. I said I want to be a Jew. I want to live as a Jew. I am a Jew. I want to be in my land. There's no two ways about it. What is a Jew? A Jew is one thing. A Jew is a creation, a beautiful, holy creation that is here to spread the light of goodness. That's what we are, because Hashem is good, God is good, and I know people out there struggle with that. If he's so good, why do bad things happen? You don't understand the world. It's complicated, but it's simple at the same time, because we have choice, we have free will. These Iranians and these proxies, they show you what is not good. And there must be a direct paradigm opposite. And the paradigm opposite is Am Yisrael, is the Jewish people. And we go according to the guidance. Yes, the guidance, the book that was given to us, the book. It wasn't a book, anything like Moses in a book. Here, have a book. Go to Waterstones, have a book. It's not a book. It's an evolving idea. The Jewish people are symbolic of an idea. Don't get lost in the religion of it all. You know, I came back to this religion. I never saw it as a religion. This is a way of life. It's as natural to us as breathing oxygen, because everything infused in what we do is goodness. Every mitzvah is goodness. And what we did last night and what we're going to continue to do, even though it places us in a fraught situation, tense, not going to lie. Of course it's tense. You've got kids, they're worried, they're this, they're that. Of course, but it's worth it, because we're fighting for what the world was created for, and one day that all the world will be good. Bayom hahu yeh Hashem echad u'shmo echad. His name will be one in the world. His way will be one, and that will be the final prophecy, and everyone will get it and be like, oh yeah, there's a good way to live. Let's just not engage in evil activities. It could be all good. Just people have got to decide to be good and not to be self-centered and self-motivated and trying to be overpowerful and lord over other people. Lord with a small L. When you are with the Lord of Lords, the Creator, you're not going to lord over anyone, because you're subservient to the one that brought you here. It's really simple. Don't complicate it. Don't complicate it. It's really simple. So the night went on. I davened. Whew, it felt good. And I was speaking to my best mate, who's in England at the moment, chatting this, that, and the other. And then we started hearing about more of the details coming out. And 7 o'clock, listen, it's Erev Shabbat. We've got Shabbat tomorrow. I'm like, is things open? Couldn't go to shul. The shuls weren't open, but supermarket. I've got to go to the supermarket, right? Got to get ready for Shabbos. So, Baruch Hashem, supermarket was open. Went there. It wasn't completely mental when I walked in. It was pretty mental by the time I walked out. A lot of people. Brilliant argument in the line. Just Israelis having a pop. Someone cut in. Some Sephardi guy got really upset. A few of us dived in. Habibi, come on, man, not tonight, not now, not now. And by the end of it, hugs, kisses, and smiles. Shabbat shalom. That's it. It was done. We're family, mishpacha. That's it. We argue. What can you do? What can you do? We love each other. That's why we argue with each other. But and then all the news came out about the ingenuity which of course the Western media, that paragon of truth, have not reported on, about the amazing espionage and the sabotage and the this and the that of Mossad and the IDF. And we just outsmarted the enemy. And please God, we will continue to. Those who bless Israel will be blessed. Those who bless the Jewish people will be blessed. This is not about being better than anyone. We are chosen to be a light unto the nations, not to be better than the nations. Nowhere does it say anywhere that we're better. In fact, when we don't do right, we're worse, because we're not fulfilling our job. We're not doing what we're here to do. We have a mission, and that mission is clear. We are the representation of the God of goodness, of the Creator. Don't even get stuck on these words, God and this. It's something created all of this. Matter can't create itself. Nothing comes from nothing. Everything has the beginning. Everything. I was talking to someone last night. Every single thing that's created has a inception point. There's always a creator of every single thing. What, there's not going to be a creator of the entire universe? Come on, don't be ridiculous. Don't insult your own intelligence. We've just come very far because decades, centuries ago, our ancestors would never have conceived of such a thing, even in the pogroms, even in the Holocaust, of course there's a creator. This is who we are. You've got to make more up to come away from the creator. You've got to keep telling yourself there isn't a creator to convince yourself that you're right, but you're not getting anywhere. You're going in reverse as you're going forward. All the time you're going backwards. You're never moving forward. You know, why are we singled out? Look at us, we're tiny, you can't even see us on a map. Why does everyone care about us? Because look in the Tanakh, look in the Old Testament, the Bible. Look, it's all said. It prophesizes everything. We will never be destroyed. How can we not be destroyed? We're so small. And we're going to come back to the land. It predicted it. It prophesized it. Here we are. Here we are fighting wars 80 odd years later when we were being put into gas chambers. God forbid. And the rest. The disgusting, low-life Nazis. We survived that. And we built a state, a Jewish state. This is where we are today. And we have the ability to fight, and we have the ability to fight, not because we want to fight. The last thing we want to do is fight. The day that Israel is able to put down the weapons will be the greatest simcha for us, because we don't want to fight. We've never wanted to fight. We want to live. The same man, King David, who was a great warrior, was a great poet and artist. He was a beautiful blend of everything. David HaMelech, the king. He didn't want to fight. He had to fight. And we have to fight until the time where we don't have to fight anymore. And here we are. My message is a message of be strong. Be proud to be a Jew. Ask yourself the question, what makes a Jew a Jew? What makes us different? We are not the same as everyone else. And if the last year and a half has not shown you that, re-examine it. Don't just live and accept a position of denial because you're scared of being religious. Get the religious word, get the R word out of your vocabulary. This is not about being religious, it's just about being a Jew. It's chosen for us. You can unchoose it. But the Jewish people as a unit, as a holy unit of Torah, will outlive everyone. And every person has the choice to be either on it, in it, or out of it. And it's as simple as that. And the first place is to do the thinking. Believe me, I've done the thinking. I've done the thinking, is it possible there is no God? Do that thinking. Go through all the perambulations in your head, but do it honestly, intellectually honestly, emotionally honestly. Don't do it with bias. Use your God-given brain and just think about it, because look at events in the world. Look, little Israel taking on David and Goliath, so it would seem. Okay, we still got to do the action. We still got to do that brave move. There was no fear last night, not from me anyway. There was anticipation. It was tense. Would I rather not be living in this reality of ballistic missiles that we've experienced day after day after day, and terrorism? And of course, I don't want to live in this. But we have to. It's chosen for us to live in. This is the next step. This is the 21st century test. The 20th century test were different. The 19th century tests were different. There's always been a test for the Jewish people, and this is our one in our point in history. And you have to look to history, and you have to look to the past to realize that we will outlive all of these people, because where are they today? All the people that have come up against us, where are they? Nowhere. The remnants of them with their disgusting little pokiness in the United Nations and within the nations, because they hate us. They hate that we outlive it, and that we do veer towards goodness. And they hate that we threaten their very existence on this planet, because at the end of the day, those that accept that there is an authority are a threat to those who don't want an authority. Just let me live, let me live, let me live. That was Jacob's brother Esau. He just said, I want this world for the sake of this world and nothing else. Do me a favor with consciousness and consciousness and a conscience. Hitler's word, not mine. Conscience, we are the conscience. Don't give, these Jews, they are annoying because they are my conscience, my moral and ethical conscience. Yes, we are. And we will never be anything different, because that's who we are. And that's why they hate us, because they're like, just wish they weren't in our way. Let's do everything we can to destroy them. But we're indestructible. Even if we have yiridot, if we go down and we have terrible things, everything that goes down has to come up. And one day, please God, from this day onwards, all it will be is up to Mashiach. Mashiach, not some weird messianic thing, but a world of utopian happiness and peace. Shalom. Shalom, shalem. Shalem means complete. Shalom. Peace. Hello, shalom, peace. Quiet, serenity. Shalom. We are the people that say shalom. People out there, pray for Israel. Move to Israel. Stop living in the diaspora. This is your home. It's so beautiful here. It's challenging here because it's supposed to be challenging. You're supposed to earn Eretz Yisrael. But come, figure it out. Because the way I see it, where I'm from originally, where I popped up for one generation, then left England, what a disaster. Do me a favor, what a disaster. Selling out of a country. I don't know how it's gonna turn around there, but it's not my problem. This is my land. This is what we got to figure out. This is what we got to get right. Am Yisrael Chai, people. Shabbat Shalom. I love being a Jew. I love being in the land of Israel. There's nothing better in the whole world. Torah is so beautiful. I wish you could feel what I feel. Just come and drink from the waters of your past, of your heritage. Last thing, when I was speaking to my mum, and she brought up a story about her grandmother, how they walked from Russia and how they got out. And I said to my mum, do you know what, Mum? The best thing that the future generations, or what we did at the moment, like me and my sister and my family and one of my sister's sons, we live in Israel. That's the greatest show of gratitude for that lady and those families, what they walked out of Russia. That's the greatest show of appreciation, because you know what they used to daven for when they were all religious and they didn't have these crazy thoughts like, is there a God, is there not a God? Of course there's a God. We're Jewish, of course there's a God. Don't be silly. They prayed for a day where all of their future generations would be able to live in the land of Israel. And the fulfillment of that prayer, the fulfillment of that desire from them walking across out of Russia and then we ended up in England. I'm the fulfillment of that prayer, because it's the right thing to do. It's the greatest show of appreciation. It's gratitude on the highest level, and it shows that what they did was worth it. I pray that everyone in the diaspora, that you tap into that, because where you are is not your home. This is your home. Come home by the millions and join us, helping us to build the land of Israel, which is ours and ours alone. Not with persecution to these other people that are here. Those that want to join us in this project, they certainly can. But when you start with us and you try to kick us out of our land, it's not going to end well for you. And when you threaten us with missiles and everything, it's not going to end well for you. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Lots of love from the great and holy Yerushalayim. Lots of love. Shabbat Shalom.